Oh man. Whole send.
All of them?
You know what? Since Cat is on the tablet, we're not gonna do music. I don't. Lord knows we barely got them logged in. Let's not add another layer. Although it hurts my heart not to have something in the background, so you all better talk the entire time.
La la
Is
la
that
la
an
la 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 la
Finally.
is that an
la
issue?
la 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 la.
Is what?
Uh,
Oh, this group?
I can
Yeah, do we
recite.
not talk?
let's see. Does the internet hear us?
Perhaps.
Are we online?
Yes, it does. Hot damn, the
Yay.
internet finally hears us. Hey, we're just
Ta-da!
a smidge late. Who wants to remind Gerhardt what happened last time?
Life happened last time.
The end. There you go. That's about every episode, though, right?
Yeah, exactly.
That's a lot. It's a lot of stuff.
We're down in the dungeon, which is not really a dungeon, it's really an awesome basement. We love it. Jason's like, don't wander and don't open any doors except this one. I'm gonna go get food. And then Portia's like, Adnan, you get Leaf here now! And she goes into like her villain arc mode of get me Leaf now, and Adnan's like, but I don't want to leave this place. I feel safe here. So we have to learn how to use this viewing thing, and then Adnan's like, Remy, you're coming with me to protect me while I go send a message. And we're like, okay. So then Adnan plays dead, and Portia's like, oh no, Adnan's dead, but then Adnan's not dead. And he comes back, but he manages to then do sending to Leaf without telling Leaf how it works, so he only gets half of a message back. He's like, I think it's fine. And Portia's like, Leaf's not here, it's not fine yet. I'm gonna pace and not do anything until Leaf gets here. And big conversation, and then eventually like Leaf shows up and he's like, hey, I'm here. I said I was gonna wait till dark, and Adnan's like, I didn't hear that. You need to learn how sending works. And he's like, well, you need to learn how it works too, and tell me. And that's that. And then there's like, oh, Lee starts telling his big story, and he goes, oh yeah, there's probably a curse on you guys because you agreed to this thing. And then Tegan's like, I can take care of curses. I've got this, fam.
Oh
So
no.
he removes curses on Adnan twice, but it's not curses. It's the dispelling magic of magic items. So poor Adnan has lost his Hellfire Whip and Ring of Protection, as it hurts everybody. And yeah, Adnan is very upset, and he's like, yo, I'm going to fix this. And Tegan's like, here, have some alcohol thing from Leaf. And he's like, sure, whatever. Steak and bourbon, yay. Feist is like, I'm having a conversation with my armor, so shut up while I talk to my armor. And then we're like, okay, whatever. Jason brings blankets, and we look at all these doors and find out that there's a fancy portrait of Portia and somebody else there. So obviously, in Remy's mind, Portia's the boss. The end. That was my brief summary.
We also learned how a cool door worked. That was pretty cool.
Yes, we learned how the door worked and how the viewfinder thing was.
I don't know how to handle Ribby's recap when it's in order, concise, and clear.
Usually in order. It's usually in order-ish.
I
I'm
think this
very
is the second
confused.
game in a row that you've said that.
It's just in order. I'm trying to be better with my notes.
I don't know if I can continue this game, guys. This is.
I mean, I can go back to chaotic notes and crazy if you'd prefer.
I would prefer you to just be you. Chaos and all. Yeah, awesome sauce. That's basically what has happened. Does anybody want to add anything to that, or are you all comfy cozy with that?
We did learn why Leaf brother wants to kill him again.
Yeah, we got a long story about that one.
Yep.
Yeah, that was Leaf tells his story. ... I didn't write most of it down. just main points. Because Remy's like, whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, Leaf. He's not the super nice guy that, or at least wasn't the super nice guy that you guys have come to know him to be.
Hey, everybody's got a past. It's fine.
Yeah. I mean, and come on, that was hundreds of years ago.
Mm-hmm.
That's whatevs, right? That's how this works.
All in the past. It's good.
Huh.
All's good.
I don't have my notes, but the moral, the backstory essentially for Chris was that he was part of the group trying to retake Waterdeep
For
for
the
elves,
elves.
and he accidentally murdered his brother's wife, or she
Well,
got
he
killed in the
didn't do it.
crossfire
Yeah, she
somehow.
was caught in crossfire from what I remember, like what I
I
got
guess
of
they
it. Like
had
he didn't actually do anything
surrendered.
to her.
Yeah, he was
I guess the other group was going for a diplomatic solution, and they
he
were
was
like,
Nobody told
okay,
him.
but someone had sent a raven saying that his brother was dead, so then he responded appropriately, and
Max
his
violence.
brother's wife got killed in the crossfire, essentially.
I thought you joined on the phone via Discord, but while driving, hard to know what you heard and didn't hear. So
I appreciate the recap. I caught like 70%.
That's all I
okay.
ever usually catch, so that's pretty good.
But it does mean that I have
You're
zero of my own notes from it. So I'm like, yeah, I do remember this. Yeah.
You're doing 40% better than Tegan does on a daily basis.
Oh man, brutal.
Yep. We're all cursed.
Oh yes, we
Yep.
are all cursed.
Yeah, we needed our lawyer last time to help us figure out how we get uncursed and what exactly the hell
We have
Adnan
to
agreed to.
because Adnan couldn't remember.
Feist, do
Yes.
do you remember your conversation with your armor?
I remember bits and pieces of it. I also scrolled up and I deleted the thing because I realized I had posted spoilers on the main chat, so I deleted that picture. But yes, I remember what had occurred. And also that Feist has not necessarily intentionally elected, they are just processing right now that they have not told anybody about their conversation.
Okay. Well, I mean, Jason has brought stuff for you guys to have a super cool sleepover in his super sexy dungeon that you've been repeatedly advised to only worry about the one door, and please, oh please, don't try any of the others. Um, but
Very
I mean,
tempted.
he leaves you guys to your devices. It's night time. What do you guys want to do?
Is Jason still in the room?
Nope.
Oh, okay, never mind then.
I think where we left off was Leaf, Vice, and I kind of had like a dog pile going on. And then Adnan was playing his lute with Tegan bromance
Sadly,
over in the corner.
his requiem for his magic items.
Oh, that's right. All the magic items.
Yep.
I mean, I can play the death music if we need to.
Who's dead?
The magic items.
Adnan's magic item.
Were these sentient magic items? Oh no.
Yeah, I'm just gonna
I
We don't know.
laying the whipping the ring out in front of me and just playing the saddest song as I meditate.
Well, hang on. You gave the ring
That's
to him.
hard.
Yeah, you want him to fix the ring.
Oh yeah. That's right. I just got the whip in front of me. Just playing some sad, somber Kenny G over there.
Adnan was gonna accidentally kill himself with that whip. This is probably for the best.
No, it's been upgraded to his Revenant Blade now.
Yeah, you
Oh,
guys are
God.
not. You guys are more worried about my Revenant Blade than the goddamn whip. Now
Yeah,
it's
that's
just
true.
a whip. I
Because you
gotta
hurt
find a way to get that cursed.
You
Oh,
hurt yourself
Portia,
with the ribbon.
you, you
Yes.
seem to be an expert on curses. What do I got to do to transfer the hex into the whip?
I have no idea what you have to do to transfer anything into anything.
This is bogus.
But
Why do you want to transfer
I
the hex
do
with a whip?
what
Because I lost my protection. I need to live.
That whip has done nothing for you.
weren't you just one of the ones hollering at me about picking up cursed items for protection and power?
Yeah,
And
that
then you
was.
just said that you need your whip for protection. How is that not the same thing?
I just need protection, and I'm thinking that if I have a cursed item, I will have protection. It worked for you.
Do you see Henry and Tyr with us? Or Red?
No, not anymore.
Would you say it really worked?
I mean, at times it seemed to work.
Okay,
There's
I mean,
pros and cons with everything, right?
what is going on with you?
I just am feeling very vulnerable right now.
You've been feeling, which is okay, and that you feel very vulnerable and scared, but you've been an anxious Nancy for a couple days now. We can't.
Well, we've been told to go into the beholder's lair.
Mm-hmm.
Not enjoying that idea.
Okay.
Lost my protection.
Okay.
Makes that even worse.
Mm-hmm.
And now I have this hex curse thing on me.
So, and that's different from any other day that we've had. How? Because even
It's
before, and on even before we were told to go back down to Skullport, you were not wanting to leave the tavern. You were real anxious about it. Which is no, which I mean, you're typically kind of anxious anyway, but that's really not like you.
I need to hone my skills with my revenant blade. Leaf,
So I'm
that's why
hearing
I
that,
wanted to stay there. Leaf was going to train me on how to use it.
but even before that, you didn't want to leave to go back down or to go get Remy's siblings.
I thought I was all in on Remy's siblings.
Yeah, within like 6 months.
Mm-hmm. Said it was going to take a while for you
You
to feel
literally
comfortable.
shut down
Oh,
while we were at the tavern and told us you didn't want to go adventuring anymore, and it was all your idea.
that's because I had hurt my foot. I couldn't tell you guys I hurt my foot while I was training with my blade because you'd make fun of me.
Of course, we would make fun of you. You would make fun of me if I hurt my foot with my war pick.
I would have held my tongue.
Oh, bullshit. You told the halfling from the castle bullshit stories. Which, by the way, if I get hit with stale beer, I'm gonna be fucking pissed.
You just need to be pissed at Tegan. That's his doing.
Uh-huh. I don't believe that you didn't have anything to do with it. So you're feeling vulnerable because we have to go back down below. We've been instructed by the city. You've lost your power of protection, right? And what was the other
hmm
thing?
I need to practice with my revenant blade to become more skilled with it.
I think we're all feeling a little freaky right now because on top of it, we've lost our tavern, we've lost the bookstore, um, we've we haven't even sat and talked about Janet, Jonathan, and Fosrin. Are their bodies still in the tavern? What about Martum? So I think we're all scared, but there's two types of courage. And right now I think is a good time to take the one and then in the morning we do the second. I say we go get our home back and we check in on Martum and we figure out how to get the bodies and deliver the families and then we worry about what the city wants us to do because the city's never really done us any favors. But the one type of courage, it doesn't always roar and sometimes it's the little voice that says we try again tomorrow. So we regroup, we go to sleep, and we retry tomorrow. And when we wake up tomorrow, we apply the second form of courage. And the second form of courage is even though you're scared, you do it anyway. You're scared. I'm scared. I don't know who else is scared, but I'm scared too. But we're going to go do what we need to do anyway, which is we need to get our home back. And then we go do what the city wants us to do and go down and back into Skullport. You're afraid you're going to die, but I always, to my best ability, shield you. You're going to have a little bit of faith in the group. But we can't hang out here forever. And we can't run away. And I'm trying really, really hard not to do the typical swing first, ask questions later type thing, but I really want some heads to roll right now. And I'm trying to be respectful of the fact that I promised I wouldn't get so angry and do that, but it's really, really hard. So please work with me here and be ready to go in the morning for us to do something and do the courage that says you take a breath and do it anyway, instead of the little voice that says try again tomorrow.
So, what about the curse?
We deal with curses every other day. We're cursed. We have to tell him where Leaf is. That's one of the things we have to figure out in the morning, because I'm not turning over Leaf. Are you?
Gerhard said he could handle that.
The immediate threat to what does it mean for Leaf's brother to have the tavern? What's that mean for Martum? Silas's temple's burnt down. Martum's currently with Harvey instead of at the home that he's become to know, which is the tavern. How's that good for the child that you've adopted?
I mean, maybe Martum can stay in this little palisade down here.
There's no windows. This is no place for a child.
Well, some would argue a tavern isn't the best spot for a child.
Okay, but maybe not. But he learned responsibility. He had chores he had to do. He got sent to one of the best schools in the city. He had people always watching out for him. Right now, your child is being watched by our barkeep.
Well, we kind of left him in the hands of a murderer before.
You kind of just left him in general. You need to check in with your kid. You're the one who brought him into this family. Again, you brought somebody into and called them family. We are not abandoning them.
Your views on family are interesting to me.
Do what?
Your views of family are interesting to me.
What do you mean?
Just a very strong bond with the family, I guess you could say.
I mean, if with everything we've been through, if we're not family, then what are we?
That's a good question.
This is nothing different than what we've faced before. We have faced Claire and Red and the Mind Flayers, and we've gone down and faced all sorts of things. This is no different. It feels we're a little beaten down and we're a little scared. And that's okay. But we can't stay here.
All those things you mentioned that we faced, and
I
you
can't
take a
hear
look
you.
around it.
What was that?
All those things that you mentioned that we faced, and you take a look around and look at the faces of the group and think of how it's changed and all the people that we've lost in those battles. How many times do you think we can roll the dice and walk out of this in one piece?
We technically only lost one person in the battle. We brought you back. We brought Tegan back. We brought Gerhardt back. We brought Leaf back. You brought me back.
We lost Doug.
That's the person I was talking about. We did lose Doug.
We lost and Tegan won and Portia won.
We're both still here.
No, the predecessors.
Oh, Panatari, and Tegan's always been Tegan. I didn't know Panatari.
Yep. She fell victim to
Yeah, I heard.
a creature that
I'm
ate her
wondering.
mind, and then she tried to kill us.
Whether you want to admit it or not, Adnan, you have a lot more sway over the group than you think you do, or you may know you do.
Me?
You. We're hiding, and because we're listening to you. You're typically either the voice that gets us in trouble or gets us out of trouble or gets us in trouble and then right back out of trouble.
Yeah, some call that a gift.
Well, it's a pain in my ass, but it can be giftly. Yeah, I can see that. I just like to hit things and walk away. But that's not where, but that's my part of the group is as the hammer. Yours is as to talk. But the more that you freak out, it affects the group. And I'm not saying you can't freak out, and I'm not saying you can't be anxious, and I'm not saying you can't be scared. We all need to process that, but we can't stay there. We got to move in the morning and not move away. We need to go take back what's ours, check on our people, inform families, get the tavern going again, and go kill Xanthar. In that order. Not in that order, but somewhat in that order. I don't know what order.
Wait, we're
But
killing Xanthar? Sorry
we're
to interrupt
finding.
you, Portia.
Why would we not kill Xanthar? He blew up this town. But then this is also bigger than us because look at our friends on Troll School. I mean, what else do you want me to say here? I'm trying to help you, Adnan. I'm worried about you with how scared you are. I've never seen you this scared, and I understand why you're scared.
I don't know what the fix is.
I don't know what the fix is either, but we go figure it out anyway. Now, there's two ways to take care of the first threat. Either you let me go fight him like I want to, and I will probably get the shit beat out of me, but I'll go down trying. That's what I want to do, but I'm trying to give you guys the opportunity to do the diplomatic way here.
Is Leaf around us?
Yeah, he's part of the kobold pile.
Mm-hmm.
Leaf, what's your thoughts on the curse and how we should handle that?
Adnon, give me a perception check.
This motherfucker better not be asleep.
How dare he rest?
Leaf's eyes are
those my
closed
good
and his breathing is regular.
son of a bitch.
An elf
Not like it's been a
is
long day or
actually
anything.
sleeping, not just meditating.
I'm gonna hand Adnan a blanket. Maybe it's time to go to bed and deal with all this in the morning.
I guess I'll just I'll put my loot down and stare
I could teach you how
at
to throw
Leaf, and
daggers if it would make you feel better.
I'd really like to learn how to use a Revenant Blade.
Not sure I exactly have Revenant Blade skills, but since there's daggers on the end of it, I might be able to help you learn how to throw daggers.
If the Revenant Blade thing doesn't work out for me, I'll definitely hit you up on the daggers.
Sounds good.
Good night, Adnan. But remember, we need to take a course of action in the morning. And if you need anything, I'm here. I understand.
Thanks. Take
And
a
I crawl back up with Leaf and Feist and go to sleep.
take a sip of my new flask. Stare at Leaf and just zone out.
Okay.
I would like to get up early after I get 4 or 6 hours of good meditation. I'd like to wake up and do some stuff.
Okay. Is there anything anybody else would like to do for the evening?
I'll walk
No?
around and then curl up on the floor near the kobold pile on the couch.
The kobold pile has invited you into the pile.
I'm going to stay a little bit away because I'm not quite entirely sure I'm ready to be part of kobold pile. Like, you people are a little bit weird, but it's more that I'm scared that Leaf is part of kobold pile.
Well, if
'Cause
you're
Leaf
like
can be a
at a
little bit
distance,
scary.
if you're at a distance, Feist's tail, once they've finished responding to internal stimuli, they're gonna just kind of try and like go to sleep. But if you're like arm's distance away, their tail's gonna kind of like poke out and just barely brush you.
I'll poke the tail back. It's okay. I figure you guys are like on the couch if I remember right, so I'll just be on the floor by the couch. Just on the other side of the couch from Leaf because he yelled at me that one time. It was kind of scary.
Oh yes, the big scary Leaf.
That's why I could believe he was evil for a little bit, you know, when Adnan told us he was going to torture us.
That's fair. That's fair. Uh okay, well. Do. Gerhardt Bud, you got to pick another feat, sir. You've only got 4. You're supposed to have 5.
Oh, I thought I did that earlier today.
If you did, I totes don't see it.
Well, that's lame.
And then Feist will worry about yours whenever you have a real device. Unless you know what it is that you want. And if you're talking, you're muted again, just FYI.
Fucking bitch. Okay. Um if because I can't see whether or not I have a shield like equipped, but I know Leviathan has one. So Shield Master was gonna be the one that I picked.
Got it.
I was going for Jack of all trades, actually.
Well, that'd be a good one.
Oh, you're gonna
Yeah, I
Gonna
need
be a
all the help I
bard?
can get with all. No, I just need to roll better.
take lucky.
So, that is an option.
I like Jack of all trades.
I just need to boost my saving throw since my dex is 0.
That's really sad.
Get cooked like a chicken every time Fireball goes off. Ugh.
You know what's sad is having a strength of 7.
I did not know that until last time, Adnan, and I was like trying to make you mithril bracers. Feist is gonna get different ideas now, boo boo. There's no mithril bracers for little noodle boy. They're gonna start making you bone soup every day when we get our tavern back.
Bone soup was nice.
Bone soup's what you had before a colonoscopy.
Uh, Again, I have a response, but I don't think I should say it.
You can always say it, Vice. This is Project Safe Place.
No, but Project Impulse Control has been a project of mine for a while.
Gerhardt, do you need some help there, bud?
Yeah, this looks different than earlier when I logged on and ate in front of you. That's when I thought I picked my feet. That's the entire reason I logged on. I mean, I gave you a show, which was nice of me, but
It's just a drag and drop, Gerhardt.
1, 2, 3. I mean, even your old sheet only has the 4, so I don't know what you did.
I don't know what I did either.
But if you open up one of the mythical feats, you can click on the feat list. And then you just drag and drop from the feat list. Yeah, but everybody else go ahead and hit your long rest. Remy, as you were doing the thing that you sent to me and using your super cool awesomeness, as you probably expected, because of
Absolutely
how
nothing.
this room was described, nothing goes past.
I figured.
Unless you'd like to attempt to open one of the doors.
No, I'm going to look at them though, and like especially try to see if any of them have little viewers like the main door does.
They do not.
That's really sad then. I will respect the boundaries of not getting kicked out of this place.
Oh, all right. Darn.
For now. For now. Don't worry.
Okay. I mean, Adnod, you're the. I think you're the only one who gets to meditate for 4 hours. So, what do you want to do while everybody else is snoring away?
We'll wake up and check on Leaf. What's my guy doing?
He is tits deep in a pile of flesh. He
That's
is literally
shocking.
the most pimpest pimp that has ever happened because there's this whole pile of women and Leaf that are all sleeping together. Because as
And
Remy was
kobolds.
sleeping in the night, that fucking kobold tail slowly pulled Remy in.
Not surprised! Oh.
Being a typical male, I can't stand for this, and I've got to wake him up.
I
Oh
would
my
like to
God.
ask this very carefully. Are you sure you would like to do that?
Also, please remember you're waking a sleeping dog dragon sleeping on top of Portia. So there's a lot of danger within biting
And a
and
dagger
swinging
thrower.
distance.
There's a lot of people that you would be waking up to do this.
Minus Leaf.
Do you think that this
So,
is within your best judgment to do, considering the fact that you are scared of death?
okay. I will, very well.
If you want to, let's go for it. I'm just saying you
I
don't have
am
that ring of
going
protection
Do
anymore.
it.
I'm gonna take out my owl feather,
Okay.
and I am going to run that underneath Leaf's nose.
He's doing it.
One time. I want to see if I get an eye to crack. And I will say, Leaf,
Okay. what
If
you
this
want to do.
motherfucker wakes me up at 5:30 in the morning and I don't get a long rest, Feist is going
It's
to
not
bite your
even
face off.
5:30. It's
Leaf,
2.
time to train, Leaf.
Feist is going to bite your face off.
He only needs 4 hours. So it's 2 o'clock in the morning ish. And he's all like, wakey, wakey.
Time to train. Oh,
Okay.
Time to train.
I need you to give me a dexterity ability check.
Seeing as I already used my good roll,
Very
Oh.
nice.
I'm pretty good at that feather.
Yep, so you're able to not fall on anybody. And as you take your feather and just brush it gently beneath Leaf's nose, telling him that you wake up, it's time to train. He swats at the feather, curls back into whatever bit of flesh he's laying on, and continues to sleep.
This motherfucker. God damn him. Minus the feather, I will again say, in the same volume and tone, Leaf, wake up, it's time to train.
Jesus. You see one eye of Leaf's open, and he stares at you.
I have my revenant blade in hand, and I tell him it's time to train.
He puts weight on his arm as he looks up. He's kind of like looking around. And then he grabs one of the loose blankets and pulls it over him and his head and goes back to sleep.
You promised me you would help me train.
are we waking up to any of this, or just being quiet enough?
He's been quiet
I'm
enough. He's
Okay.
not being belligerent yet.
Wasn't sure.
Right?
I will I got a thing. Hold on.
He's gonna cast Shatter.
No, I'm trying to find it now. It's where I form my telekinetic bond with him. Mm.
Bonus
Mhm.
action, choose one creature you see within 30 feet. Telepathic speech.
So I will form that connection with Leaf and say, "Are you going to get up to help me train?" You said you would help me train after my incident at the tavern. If not, I understand. But just give me an answer. Don't pull the blankets over your head, please. I will answer to him, most definitely I am. The question is, are you?
He's getting up. Wiggles his way out of the pile of flesh and puts the blankets back down onto the people that are still there. Stands up to his his full statuesque 5'7", massive man that he is. Stretches a bit. Well then, do you know how to open the door so we can leave?
I certainly do. They taught me this trick yesterday.
And you have your blade at the ready?
I have my blade.
Then let us be off.
I will go quickly. Leave a note on the breakfast table. Gone to train outside with Leaf. Be back in a few.
Oh, yeah.
And I will go outside with Leaf.
Okay. So you do the mechanism, do the things, get out, leave, all the things close. Go ahead and give me an active perception check.
That's more
Okay.
like it.
That's it's I mean it's early morning. Early morning. Sun hasn't even come up yet. It's it's a bit cold outside. It's cold enough that you can see your and Leaf's breath. Like that's a little bit of it, you know, freezes as it comes out. So a little bit of that that foggy breath. And he kind of looks around and he goes, "Well, we should probably leave this area. Why don't you follow me?" And he begins walking away from Fashion Treasures.
I am definitely following him.
Okay.
Kind of staring around because it seems like he may have seen something or felt uneasy, and that's got me feeling uneasy.
Well, whenever you guys get to one of the main streets, you'll notice that there are a lot more guards actively moving around than than was what was there before. And a couple walk over to you guys. What's your business being up so early? Where are you going? Where are you coming from? What are you doing?
Going to get my exercise in.
Exercise.
I don't,
It's the middle of the
I don't
damn
sleep
night
very
and you're gonna
much.
go get exercise.
Yes, sir.
Can't you exercise at home?
There's people sleeping in there. They sleep longer than me.
Where are you guys gonna be exercising at?
I look at Leaf.
Leaf will pipe up. But just going to the Heroes Gardens, just right around the way here. Not sure how long we will be. I have a new trainee, but we don't plan on going anywhere we shouldn't. And if you do your patrols, I'm sure you'll see us there. Well, we better. On your way then.
Thank you, sir. Have a good night. Sorry. You're great at your
Continuing down,
job.
continuing down the street, heading in a more eastern direction. Um, Leaf takes you to a garden that's in the middle of the city. It's got a couple of small ponds in it, and it's empty. It's got a few trees, nice little grassy area. Nothing too like ornate or wild. But he gets over there and he sets his pack down. He puts his revenant blade, like stabs it into the dirt, and he looks around like he's really looking. And then he looks back at you. And is this about where you told Leonotis to meet us? Isn't this when you turned me in?
I didn't turn you in, Leaf.
You decided to train knowing that there's somebody who wants to kill me actively out looking, and you have been cursed to give up my position, and you have separated me from the rest of the group.
Yeah, sounds about right. Didn't think about it on that level, but yeah, I'd say that's pretty square on the nail on the head there. Yeah. If you feel uncomfortable, we could go back.
Sometimes, Adnan, I really wonder if you think things through.
That's a fair assessment. I'd say sometimes I do, and other times I act on impulse. I'm getting the vibe that you feel like this is more impulsive, this decision. So
Are you
I,
sure you really want to train?
I know absolutely that I want to be as efficient with the Revenant Blade as you are. And I know that I have very little time to try to master this skill before I have to go to the depths of hell for those nimwits over there at the council. And yesterday, in trying to remove the curse, Tegan dispelled my ring of protection. So I am trying to get the best odds for survival down below.
All right. In that case, set your things down. and he begins to take off the hood that he was wearing, and you see that he is still wearing that weird armor. He slept in it. And as he's setting his things down, he pushes the armor in different places, and you watch as like the chest piece just pops off, and he sets it down, and then he's taking the gauntlets, pauldrons, and then the back piece comes down. And as he sets all those pieces on the ground, they kind of instantly reconnect themselves to themselves. So the pieces form what looks like basically a metal shirt on the ground. And you can see that um, Leaf himself, he doesn't have bulk muscle, but he does have a level of definition. His muscles are defined. You can see he's got scars across his chest there and abdomen area, and he's got a tattoo right on the heart area. And he starts looking at you, and he goes, "If you don't want your clothes to be extremely dirty with sweat, I suggest you take off as much as you're comfortable with. Stretches before actual exercise, and the stretches themselves can be quite strenuous. The Revenant Blade requires you to move your body unnaturally so that you don't hurt yourself. You must be limber."
That was probably the crucial information I was missing the other day. I will happily strip down to the bare minimum that is allowed in public without
Okay.
getting myself thrown up in the lockdown.
Okay.
And I will point to my scars and be like, look, I got a pair too.
What are they from?
That was from Claire when she was torturing my soul.
Do you remember anything of that?
I do. I try to block it out because sometimes when I think about Claire, she pops back in my mind. And I don't think that's a good thing.
Well, maybe these exercises that I will teach you will help. If you ever have that feeling again, just work your body until it's too tired for your mind to think.
That's a good idea. I don't want to become a liability to the group.
Well then, shall we get started? Let's see how limber you are. Go ahead and give me a dexterity ability check, Adnan.
Like a Russian gymnast.
Leaf is still waking up.
Look, Leaf, I can put my heel behind my head.
That's actually kind of entertaining.
Saw it in the brothels.
You've been to brothels.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Huh. Never took you as the type.
I was mostly drugged there by Tegan. I had to be his watch guard.
I can understand that. He shows you through exercises and stretches. And I mean, it doesn't take long before you're sweating like this. It doesn't seem like it should be quite so exertive, but it it pretty much is. And as you're thinking, like, man, I got this. This is easy peasy. Leaf goes, all right. That was the warm up. Are you ready for the real deal now?
Mentally, yes. Physically, we'll see how it goes.
First, go ahead and give me a Constitution saving throw.
Let me use some luck on that guy there.
Oh, all right. So, so
I said no.
as you say that, he comes over closer to you, and you can see there's a little bit of sweat on him. And you're just full huffing, puffing, red, drip, 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 drip. And he's like, are you sure? You don't seem like you're up to it. Shall we take a break and try again maybe later this evening?
I'm willing to go till I pass out, Leaf.
But how useful will you be if you're passed out? You know, there is a limit, right? You don't just push yourself until you break.
I thought that's the best way to train.
That is how you die.
Well, that could explain some things then. I'll put it to you like this. You're the teacher, I'm the student. I know you have more expertise in this area than me. If you think that we've reached our limit for the day, I will pack it up. But I'm willing to give it everything I have, short of dying.
Let's build up your stamina. Let's go for a run. And Leaf's putting all of his stuff back on. He's purposefully adding weight to himself.
I'm gonna put my stuff back on.
Okay. And you guys
And
go for a run. It's a slow jog for a little while, just to get you into a rhythm before he starts going a little faster. And then you catch up, but then he goes a little faster. And then you catch up, and then he goes a little faster. Until you get to the point where you guys are going your uh your speed of 30 feet, your normal D&D speed. Like that, you guys are actually having a good jog. And while you're just huffing and puffing, he's just breathing in his nose and out his mouth. In his nose and out his mouth. He's very meticulous in his breathing. And he goes, you should really work on your breathing technique there, Adnan. I think that would help you immensely in things. It's not
I
you
will.
don't suck in from your stomach. It's all in the chest, all the upper chest area.
Heeding his advice from earlier, I will try to focus on a pleasant thought. Um, Martin, and calm my inner self while deliberately breathing through the nose and out the mouth like he's doing.
Give me a athletics roll with advantage. that the number you would like to keep before I say anything?
Not having a great night with those dice. It's because we don't have the pretty ones.
I used them earlier. I'll use another luck. What the hell?
Burn another luck. So re-roll just one more time.
With advantage or just regular?
Nope, just a regular roll.
Bullshit. Goddamn luck.
So
Wow.
you guys, I mean, after leaving the Fashion Treasures, being stopped, heading to the Heroes Gardens, doing the different stretches and minor exercises that Leaf has shown you, and then now this run. When you get back to Fashion Treasures, Adnan, you feel you can feel during the run like you're just about to be at your limit, and that's when Leaf is telling you you got to change how you're breathing, and you have that thought, and you're really trying. You have that moment where the dopamine is released, you're pushed your body beyond a limit, and you are enjoying the run, and you're trying to absorb all of that, and you have that for you. It seems like it's hours, it's an eternity, or you trip, stumble, and Leaf catches you. You don't fall on your face, and then you're rapidly breathing unnaturally again. And as you're quickly, like the deep breath, deep and rapid breaths, Leaf goes, "You forgot to breathe. You had a moment there. I saw it. You were in a kind of zone, and then you stopped breathing. I think it's time we head back." But well done, Adnan, for session 1. I will say that I am surprised. And I think that this evening we'll go for another run, because your stamina's a little lacking. You're dexterous enough. You seem to be able to have control of your body enough to learn to use the blades. But if you can't maintain that form, you're likely to stab yourself in the foot.
I think you're right, Leaf. I think you are right.
It's morning for you, and you Leaf get back. While that has been happening, the people who stayed on the inside, what do you do when you wake up?
Do I notice Leaf is missing when I wake up in the pile of bodies?
Oh no.
Kind of hard to miss.
Be hard to miss. I
I
think
elbow Portia.
there.
Portia?
Why the fuck are you elbowing me?
Leaf's missing?
What do
You're the one who knows him. Does he just like go away in the mornings or something?
Yes. And I roll over and I
Okay.
go back to sleep.
But he's not down here at all.
What? What's
Okay.
going on? What's going on?
It is not abnormal
Leaf's
for
missing.
Leaf to leave and try. I get up.
It is when we're in lockdown.
Yeah,
Portia, that is weird.
I am not awake yet.
Would you like me to get water for your face?
No.
Okay, I thought I'd ask.
I hate you all.
I got it.
You love
Feist
us
takes a
too.
big, long lick straight across Portia's face, hitting both eyeballs. All right, you're up. Let's go.
Ugh.
This is not the first time Feist has done this to you.
I don't have running water. And I'm like wiping my face, like really like.
Go over to see. Gerhard, do you know how to find people who will go missing? Because Ednon's missing too. Do you think he turned in Leaf? Did he betray everybody? I mean, he was talking about it.
That
That makes
doesn't sound like Adnan.
It one thing at a time. First things first. Who here is cursed?
All of us?
all of us,
Okay.
including
So
you.
yes, I'm aware. Gerhard, on the other hand, is a little groggy. Okay. First, let us try on you.
Me?
Yes. Oh goodness, where are you? Oh, there you are. Okay. And so, Gerhard, I'm gonna like kind of shuffle over, pre-coffee, kind of lay my hand upon your head and cast remove curse.
Free coffee spell casting. Dangerous.
Did it do anything?
Gerhardt, you're gonna need to give me a spellcasting ability check.
Looking up at the big tall person.
Okay.
Which I think for you is just wisdom.
It's wisdom for me, yeah.
So wisdom ability check.
Ooh.
Dizam.
Nice.
As you cast your remove curse, you can feel your divine energy push the curse away and dissipate it.
Nice.
Yep. You are fine now. No cuss.
Oh, thank you.
Yes, of course. It's what I do. Next.
I will hug his leg because that's all I can probably reach if he's walking around doing things.
Gerhardt will look down and awkwardly pat your head.
Thank you.
Nice.
You are actually very nice, especially once Feist brought you back from the dead. And then I'll go over and help Portia look through the viewfinder.
If they're looking for the viewfinder, I'll step up for healing next.
Yeah, because I'm looking at the viewfinder and I'm like, I don't know how to use this fucking thing.
I can't see it through it. I'm not tall enough, Portia.
Here, climb on my shoulders.
I once again place my hand on the top of Feist's head, cast, and I assume we'll need the same ability check.
You will need the same ability check.
Why am I getting like televangelist casting out demons vibes right now?
Oh.
Power of Christ
That's what I was
compels
getting
you.
to. Devil be gone!
Yikes!
Lord, let the curse leave their body.
May they be filled with the
Use the-
light of the divine.
Joel
Gotta use
Osteen vibes
magical
here.
scepter.
Ugh. Ugh.
Huh.
Am I free of demons?
Never.
Ever.
Okay.
Oh. Oh.
Because if he fails, I'll use magic. I'll use the flash of genius.
Okay.
Oh God, why does Amanda look
Is
like
an
she's?
ability check. You definitely can.
I think I get to know if it fails or like if the check fails. I think I get to know and then decide to use it.
We did, Portia.
It's you don't get to know. It's you gain the ability to come up with solutions under pressure when you or another creature you can see within 30 feet of you makes an ability check or saving throw. You can use your reaction to add your intelligence modifier to the roll.
Okay,
So
okay.
do you want to keep it or do you want to add it?
Let's add it because 22. I know 22 made it, so let's add it. Little to the left. I can feel it like slightly under the jawbone.
Okay. I am gonna have to do a thing. Yes, I am. Gonna have to do a thing.
I'm so nervous right now.
I don't understand the nerves. Why?
Look
What
in Discord.
happened? In Discord? Oh no. Oh no. Curse?
That's my nerves.
How dare you?
Well,
Leviathan's not cursed. How dare you say that about my child?
I need you to give me a Constitution saving throw, Feist.
mhm.
Nice. Very good. And last one, Wisdom save. Okay. Okay, so Gerhardt, you cast your bibbity bobbity boop, and you feel your divine magic pushing away at a curse that fights back, unlike the other one. The other one just seemed to dissipate without issue. This one seems to fight back. And Feist cries out in pain but doesn't go unconscious. And as this happens, you watch as their shoulders and the center upper section of the chest seem to glow, and then they are entirely encased in armor with one gauntlet pointed at you and sparking with electricity.
Well, that was unexpected. What curse are you under? Were you under? Not anymore.
Your remove curse failed.
Oh, it failed. Oh, I missed that.
It failed, and there was a painful reaction for Feist. Bits of them glowed. They're suddenly encompassed in very smooth armor. Um, it looks like a solid piece. Like there's no joints. There's no buckles. There's no layers of plates. It's a smooth piece from the bottom of their claws all the way up and over their head. And again, as this happens, one hand is right next to you, sparking with energy.
Let's take a nice step back from each other. And I'm going to take a slow step back, getting the electricity further away from my head. What is this?
Yeah, Feist, what is this? You're muted if you're talking, BT dubs.
I've been fucking yelling this whole fucking time. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. So what I messaged you, because they're in distress, they actually would have yelled this out loud at him instead of just inside.
Okay.
So they would have grabbed their arm and started pulling it and yelling, "Calm down, you idiot, cursed by the witch, remember? He's trying to get rid of that, not you."
So you have a friendly curse?
Not you, just sorry, Gerhard, it's too many things talking to me. The armor. I guess it's cursed. I didn't realize it's cursed, but Leviathan is apparently didn't like that either. You targeted Leviathan and not the witch's hex in me.
Well, this is indiscriminate. There are all curses. I can remove every or none.
Well, then that's not gonna work, apparently. Does Leviathan calm down, by the way? Did they listen?
Yes, you succeeded your, by the way, you succeeded your wisdom save for it to not completely take over. It just had a reaction.
Okay, I'm gonna send a message to you on Discord what Feist says inside.
Okay.
We will return to you. Let me take care of easier people first.
Probably a good idea.
Where's Tegan?
It's probably leaning against somewhere, reading a book, drinking, or eating.
I'm definitely gonna just without questions, without anything, just go up.
Yep.
And cast.
Go ahead and give me your ability check there.
Of course. Let me spend the slot.
Boom. Dissipates like a hot knife through butter.
Hot.
Then I'm going to go find Portia.
I have Remy on my shoulders as she's looking out the viewfinder.
Portia, are you ready to have curse removed?
Do I need to do anything other than stand here? Remy's on my shoulders.
Then still, this
Okay.
won't take long.
Cool.
If it works.
Thanks.
Let's see.
If it
All right.
works.
So
Bet you said that to those college girls.
All right, I'll be casting this as a level 4.
I didn't even agree to this one.
That's what they said to him.
Jesus Christ.
Uh-oh.
You're hitting dingers tonight.
It doesn't even seem to phase it.
It likes you quite a bit. Hold on. And I'll cast again.
Okay. Poof, gone.
There we go. You are fine now. No cuss.
Thank you.
I'm gonna cast
Give
it
it
on
that
myself
hot
now.
I actually think I can do something like that. I just don't know how. You think you can show me later?
Well, I of course received this blessing from Arcady. I do not know how yours would work.
Oh.
but we can give it a try. Maybe, I don't know. Now I'll cast it on myself.
Yeah, it dissipates.
All right, is Adnan back?
About what time do you guys think you would have? Well, him was for that. Remy, when did you wake up?
As soon as I was done getting my rest. I don't sleep in. If I
Okay.
only need to be asleep for 6 hours, that's how many hours it was. If it needs to be 8 hours, it was 8 hours. Like,
Got it.
Remy
Okay.
doesn't know the meaning of sleeping in.
In that case, Gerhardt, no, they are not back yet.
Well, there we go. Curse is removed from those that are here. That is the best I can do right now. Now, I want coffee.
I don't see anyone, Portia.
Okay. What time is it? Can you see the sky?
No?
I just kind of plop Remy down. You mean you woke me up before the sun came out?
I don't know. I can't see what's inside a building in there, Portia.
The
You
viewfinder can
can't.
make you see outside. Is the
Yeah,
sun
is
out?
What's in the building?
What?
I'm sorry, Portia, but your boyfriend is missing, and I was a little concerned, and then I realized Adnan is missing too, and I think Adnan made a bad decision.
Adnan.
You,
Would no,
hold on. Oh, just open the door. Let's just get the door open for a second, and Feist will open the door and step outside so the message ring would work.
Okay.
And as soon as they're out of the door, not going to get swung in on, they'll go, Anon, can you hear me? Are you safe?
Yeah, we're good.
Are you with Leaf?
Yes, ma'am.
Why did you take Leaf and yourself outside of a protective barrier without any of the rest of us and in the middle of the night when you both could be attacked by an extremely powerful opponent?
We went on a donut run.
Portia's gonna kill you when you come back, so please be prepared for that. And would you guys please come back where it's safe?
We're on our way.
Okay. Heading back in, so you won't be able to reach any of us if you need help.
Okay. I'm just out here with Leaf.
Feist walks back, triggers the door, and walks back in. Nob's
Nice.
got him. I don't know. They said they went on a donut run. I don't know what donuts are, but apparently they went on a
they're
donut
little
run.
fried dough things that are really good.
Ooh.
When we get the tavern back, you gotta ask Leaf to make some. He
Okay.
doesn't make them a lot, but they're really good.
But that's apparently where they went, I guess. And he said they're on their way back. I don't know why they would have risked.
Ooh, I haven't had donuts in so long.
So what does this mean then? The rest of you are going to be uncursed, and I'm stuck with the curse. What does that mean?
It means that what you're not willing to admit, and that Leviathans are cursed after you just yelled at me for touching cursed objects.
Now, one, this is my new understanding that Leviathan is a cursed object. That is a brand new thing. Two, actually, it's sort of the same thing, apparently. As your, I don't have my notes, so I don't remember what its name is. It called itself, Drogoth. It's like your cat and your sword, but apparently it's pride. I don't know what these items are, but it's in the same family. Which this I also don't understand because I thought the person said that it was the soul of a copper dragon that was trapped in there. So I don't understand how these two
You
things are
fight.
alike or what happened. What?
Portia's dying.
Uh-oh. I'm gonna lose my earbuds.
Did you just say you have fucking pride?
Apparently.
Fucking A, Feist. We just got rid of wrath, gluttony, and greed.
Hold on, you gotta wait 1 second to yell at me. My headphones are dying. I gotta change them.
Hurry up, I'm gonna lose momentum here.
Okay, headphones restored. You can keep yelling.
I know.
I don't
You
happening.
have to feed it.
Yes,
And it becomes
I requested food.
what does it want?
Again, this is something that I wrote down in my notes, and I don't have my notes with me. What did he say?
You could ask your armor again, it might tell you.
No, we're in a fight right now. Hold on, wait, hold please. He's talking to me in my head. Give me a second.
Hold please. Uh-huh. Uh-huh, yeah. Uh-huh.
Oh.
Okay.
It just wants the souls of young children.
Uh,
And eat martyrdom.
so Feist will pause for a second and then talk to themselves. Are you going to talk to them nicely? Because you can talk to them if you're going to talk nicely.
Oh, I understand. Your response was to my first thing, and now you're talking
Yep.
out loud to the second thing.
Yes. Because I missed the first one
I get it.
in the bedlam. I missed the first one.
Do you still have my rant on hold? Am I
I
still having
don't.
a puffing there while you're like, hold please?
So I had responded out loud, and I'm waiting. I've got a message coming through for a
Got it.
second. Adam's typing.
Uh-huh.
So I had missed an earlier message, so I was responding to that, and then I also have this happening. So
You'd be fucking shitting me.
Your face when she said pride.
so player has been sitting on this since the last time. I'm like, oh, Portia's gonna be so mad.
Keep in mind, again, as I say with every campaign, my spelling sucks. I'm trying to be quick. I'm sure you'll understand what I'm trying to say.
I have no judgment.
My God.
That doesn't sound nice.
Just let Leviathan talk.
Okay, but if he's rude, I take no responsibility. All right, go ahead.
If I said you wanted to talk, Pride.
Is anybody going to understand him? Yes. You're not even there. Yes.
I'm the no.
Yes. No.
Fortunately,
And
knows
no.
too.
Okay, so it's weird because it's Feist's jaw moving. but instead of their normal voice, they reply in Draconic, or they say in Draconic. They don't really reply to anything. They are talking in Draconic, but even those of you who are uh, fluent in it, who have it as a trained language, you can tell it is ancient Arcanic. It's very like high speak, very nobly worded, very much even even though the tone that is being used, you can just imagine in your head, in your mind, something not even bothering to look down upon you. That is how, even that is just by the voice, how little whatever this thing is gives any shits about you all. But it only speaks in, or it seems to only speak in Draconic. And for those that can understand, um, it says, "I am Drogoth, the dragon's son of pride. Some of you have had some of my siblings around, and foolishly let them go. What is it that you want?"
Well, quite frankly, immediately, there is a curse on Feist that we were hoping to have removed. I did not know of your presence. I was not trying to disturb you.
Will someone please translate?
You don't speak Draconic, Portia? I got this. Don't worry, Portia.
Portia, you don't even have to understand Draconic to understand the inflictions of what is being said, as far as you are clearly being talked down at.
Oh.
Okay.
Ooh.
I'm
Oh
gonna
man, what does that do?
I'm translating telepathically for Portia so that I don't interrupt the dragon.
Oh my gosh, as Portia's
Oh.
brain just explodes. Cool. Uh so Feist looks to you, Gerhardt. And when Feist does, their normal coloration, their browns and red scales that they typically have, you can see there is more of a copperish tinge to them, like a sheen almost. Like the light hits it just right, and they really look very, very copper. And when they turn and look to you, they go, "Yes, this host did inform me after I reacted. Tell me, are you able to do so again?"
Yes, I can re-attempt to remove it. Yes.
"Then please do so, as this one would like it removed."
Very good.
So
Uh,
salty.
I'm casting at the 5th level now.
Oh, excellent. It goes away. No roll required.
Wonderful. So, I go up again to Feist, place my hand on the head, cast. I feel it go away, and then
Yes, you feel it go away.
I remove my hand and go. There, we are done. My apologies for disturbing.
You can see like Feist rolls their head and like really pure disgust that they even had to be touched by you.
Not a-
Feist that runs around with like bacon grease stains and oil stains all over them has the
bacon.
dragon of pride trapped in them.
Portia's gonna kill you yet, don't worry.
His ass is about to get humbled.
Or you're gonna be nobled.
You know, I
Tomato,
think Feist
potato.
may be a little more stubborn than that.
Dragon stubbornness versus dragon stubbornness. Let's go.
Let's go.
Remind me that it's a good thing that we don't have red anymore. And I'm just muttering to myself under my breath. I'm not saying it out really loud.
And I'm gonna just
Feist
reach
is
lie to you
conscious.
telepathically.
Yeah, you're conscious.
About that too, and be like, it's a good thing we don't have red, I think.
See what happens when you tell people what you need? You don't get threatened and the curse goes away. And thank you, dear heart. Again, I'm sorry about the last time.
That totally fine. These things happen. It's whatever. Where's my
Well,
coffee?
to be fair, I've never actually been cursed before, so I didn't know that was a thing that happened. But yeah, okay.
It happens in curses. These things, nothing is simple.
So we might just, as a team, want to make sure if we're going to do anything to me, because it's sort of, and they'll pull on their. Is Leviathan out still? Has the like Black Panther suit retracted back into the gemstones?
The Black Panther suit has retracted back whenever you pulled the arm and started yelling.
Okay. Feist then kind of like tugs at the shoulder, like the shoulder gems a little bit. It's a lot more integrated than it was before, and apparently is still a little impulsive. So maybe if something's going to be done to me, we'll chat through it pretty thoroughly, and then I'll make sure that, I don't know, T doesn't act impulsively either.
I will keep this in mind. I will try and keep any immediate, quick castings to be just
Okay.
healing you.
I also don't know anything about these. Did we have more information about what, especially Henry, was?
Henry was the article of gluttony.
But what does
Tyr
that
was the
mean?
article of greed
Artifact.
and
Artifact.
Thank you. Artifact of gluttony.
Chain banger.
And red was the artifact of wrath.
So what does that mean, though?
I have no idea. I just know I gave them to the black stuff lady.
And they got taken away by Leonidas' person.
He took them out. Didn't he take them out?
He just took the whole staff.
He did a little shake thing with the staff.
Yeah, I think he released them.
That is correct. He released them.
So we might.
You're gonna show
Oh no,
back
I'm
up.
not allowed to pick them up anymore. Remember?
It
But
was
you're
only.
allowed to have fucking pride in you. Yeah.
It was only Wrath you were not in that moment because you said it was a threat. The problem was that you lied. The problem was the initial, the thing that you said was going to kill us. You were going to pick up. I'm not happy about this either, Portia. But don't you get this twisted in this high and mighty thing of yours that, okay,
I'm not getting
you
high and
lied.
mighty.
The problem was the lie, Portia. And if this becomes a threat and I can't get it out of me, I will make sure that it's not a threat anymore.
It'll become a threat.
It won't, or it will.
I just kind of go back over the viewfinder and look for Leaf and.
What did you? I couldn't hear you.
I know on purpose. I mumbled on purpose.
Okay. Because I just have the Discord being awful on my phone.
It actually fit in the RP really well that you couldn't understand.
As you walk away, Portia, to go look through the lens thing, one of the doors opens, and Jason comes out with a cart of all kinds of things, different different pastries and sweetbreads and some meats, and he's got a big old bowl of some kind of fluffy, probably egg concoction. He's also got some a smaller bowl of miscellaneous fruits. On the bottom section of this cart, you can smell fresh, hot coffee, as well as probably a couple of other things that are down there as he pushes this thing in and he goes, "Oh, wonderful. You all are awake. I thought maybe you'd be a little hungry. And, well, I've got some entertaining and perhaps worrying news. So let's have a sit, have a bite, and you're missing people."
We're not.
Adnan and Leaf went for donuts, apparently.
They should be back here soon.
I'll make sure Gerhardt gets a nice hot cup of coffee now, and thanks for curing everybody.
Many thanks, Rami. I am almost entirely out of energy for the day already.
You could take another nap if you need to.
I may. And then-
Portia, as you look through the eyeglass thing, you do see Adnan. And then shortly behind him is Leaf, and they have some kind of sack with them. Give me an active perception check.
Okay. I was
13? Okay. Adnan's walking funny.
Hot.
It's odd. It's not his normal walk. He can't tell what or why. He's just walking funny. It's just different.
Adnan, please. I want to remove your curse.
They're not
He's not inside
yet.
yet, Gerhardt.
Oh,
Calm down.
sorry.
They
I
got
go
the
and I
they
unlock
got the looky loo they can see outside with.
And Gerhardt's in the back tapping his feet. Just get the fuck in here. I need to decurse you.
I go unlock the door and ask for somebody to hold it up open as I run up because there's donuts. So like I get to like the right before where the thing opens and I'm just bouncing. I'm just sitting there waiting for the donuts. I really want those donuts.
So do you say anything? What are you doing?
They're here and I open up the door. Somebody
Okay.
hold this door and I ran out.
You're running out, and what are you doing outside?
I'm just waiting for them to come close and like I don't go outside. I'm just like
Okay.
where the
You're just
hatch
propping
opens.
the door opens, the trap goes up, they can get down, getting inside the room, closing the door, trap thing goes back down.
Okay, yeah.
Give me another perception check, but with advantage.
Is S then oh well, let me wait.
Do. So that's what you get. And as you are looking at the bag, he's very confused, but hands it over, and you open it up expectantly, and you do not see donuts.
Thought you were getting donuts. Why didn't you get donuts? I was looking for donuts. And why did you leave? And why do you guys smell like sweat? And why oh, by the way, Feist has fucking pride and where are my donuts? And why are you walking funny? And I just word vomit.
I'm walking funny?
Yeah. Yeah, Adnan, you're walking funny. You're walking like somebody who just used some muscles he hasn't used in fucking ages. So you're kind of walking funny.
I honestly don't know what happened to the donuts, other than we may have eaten them on the way.
Look
You
in
were so full of it.
Look in the bag. It's the flour, the eggs, the sugar, the cinnamon. I don't buy donuts. I make them. Though I'm not sure where I'm going to make them without a kitchen. But Adnan
No.
said we had to bring donuts back or we were going to get in trouble.
You're
So what
definitely
were you
already in
doing?
trouble.
Because
We're
he
on
said
He left
literally
a
on a
note.
donut run. A lot of questions this morning. What, Gerhard? You said
Jason
something
had
about a
something
curse?
he had to tell us to. And then I just started sulking because I was expecting donuts, and I know he just it's
I
already
pulled
been
Portia over to the food that Jason brought in.
very confused.
It's been a morning.
I'm
It's
plopping
already
down at the kitchen table. This is too much in the morning.
we wake up, you guys are gone. Remy starts talking about how Adnan must have turned you in, only to find out that Adnan didn't turn you in. Because I was like, Leaf leaves in the morning to train anyway. But then it didn't make sense with there being a threat on your life. But then Gerhardt started removing curses, and then the Leviathan got mad when he tried to accidentally undo his the curse of Leviathan, and finds out Leviathan is the article of pride, which is totally fucking unfair because I no longer have Henry or Tyr, but she gets pride. And then Jason brought us a bunch of food and said he had to talk to us. I think the only person who's not used to my verbal stuff like that is probably Remy.
Just
Adnan,
give
didn't
your
you?
hand
You
Portia
left a
coffee.
note, right?
I left a note. It's right here on the table.
You did not
Sure,
leave a note.
sure enough,
I did.
there it is, right there. You
Ugh.
really
Then
did.
why did you tell us you were
Nobody
gonna
looked for anything on a table. You went straight to the door, straight to conspiracies theories. You looked
Yep,
for nothing.
exactly. They weren't here. I didn't know I had to search for
You
things
see
here.
Leaf just like, okay, it's fine.
We were
So,
worried. Sorry. Would you like coffee?
yes, please.
I would love some coffee.
That would be fantastic.
I bring
actually.
Leaf coffee.
Thank you very much, Remy. I appreciate that. I suppose I'm not making
Oh.
donuts, though, because we don't have a kitchen.
No, we don't have a kitchen.
So we did all
I'll bring
this.
Adnan water because he's breathing heavy yet.
Thanks, Remy. I appreciate the water.
Yep.
Are there donuts on the cart?
No. No, there are sweet pastries and sweet breads, but no donuts.
I very sad faced. Just grab a pastry. 'Cause I
Excellent.
really wanted donuts.
Feist
So-
is going to ask Tegan for a little bit of alcohol to put in their coffee.
Oh man. Okay. Yeah, sure. Tegan is gonna give you the brown flask.
Well,
Okay. What is in the brown flask?
It smells like alcohol.
How much for someone of my size? Feist will ask Tegan.
Well, how the hell am I supposed to know? I don't know how much you drink or don't drink. Just put in there until you feel like it's enough.
Well, I'm gonna take a sip of it, so if Feist can identify it.
It's whiskey.
Okay,
good
then they're
whiskey.
gonna put Feist is gonna put a good healthy glug in there and then
Sure.
thank Tegan and hand it back.
Excellent. He's gonna take a glug himself before corking it and putting it back inside of his pouch of mini flasks.
Without prompting or asking, I'm just gonna walk up to Adnan palm his head and use my last frickin' 5th level slot to remove curse. And does it work?
Yes, it does. Instantly fades away. No check required.
Then I'll say, and your curse is gone, and you are sweaty. And then turn back around and drink the rest of my coffee. Like you people have expended all of my energy this morning.
So Leaf like grabs a note that was left, opens it up. Hey guys, went to training with Leaf Adnan. Yep, right there. Okay. So as he takes a sip of the coffee, did I hear right that we have Pride with us now?
Yes. As I continue to sulk.
Yep. Apparently, when Embrick and I went to run experiments on Leviathan in the Feywild, somehow he got it. Somehow he got involved. I don't understand, and I don't know how, and I don't remember any of it. And somehow he's now started talking to me.
You know, the Feywild's my old home.
Well, then maybe you can help me figure out who it is that apparently I ran this experiment with, because I don't remember anything.
Do you mind if I talk to it?
No.
I did not catch any of that.
Do you mind if I talk to it?
Oh, as long as you don't absorb it, because that was real bad last time. He might not be awake, but yeah, sure.
He looks like full on turns his body to look like face you in a more direct manner, Feist. And he talks in a language none of you understand. And Feist, your armor talks back in the same language.
Ooh.
And they are having a conversation. It doesn't.
I'm listening very carefully.
It's not a long one. It's maybe about a minute or two. And then Leaf begins to he kind of tries to hold a chuckle in, but he clearly something has tickled a nerve there. And you can feel rage and
Uh-oh.
then shame and then nothing.
Oh. I need to get parenting tips from Leaf.
And then Leaf goes back to drinking his coffee and having probably a pastry. It's Leaf. He likes sweet things. Probably pastry with his black coffee to balance everything out.
What language was that?
A really old one.
More specifically, please?
Well, to be frank, it's the language of sin.
Oh. So you know a lot more about these than we originally knew. I've got many more questions, but what did you say to him?
I asked him how he came to inhabit.
I had asked him
And
the same thing, and he said he didn't remember.
I don't mean to be rude about this, so let me preface that, but this is comparing to what Pride used to be. I asked him how he came to be inhabiting a lesser artifact.
I take offense at that, but now I understand his response, so you're forgiven.
Oh, he had a response?
Yes, he seemed quite
Interesting.
ashamed of himself.
Well, that's odd, unless there's more artifacts around, which shouldn't be, right? You guys gave them up?
More artifacts around?
I look very carefully at the dagger that I found down there to make sure this thing isn't going to be something that eats anything.
God, Remy! Oh, God!
Because I don't know, and now I'm scared.
Well, this we no, I think we need to know. He puts his coffee down, very politely cleans up his mouth, folds the napkin, of course, setting that over with the little bit of pastry that has not yet been consumed. And he stands up and walks to you first, Remy, since you are curious about this dagger. And he looks down at you, and he just, something about his eyes are really enchanting. And he speaks in a language that, again, you don't understand. But you don't feel anything. There's no reaction for you. He's just, I mean, he's a good-looking guy. The eyes are, he's he's kind of nice in the eyes. When he's not being mean, he seems like a really nice guy.
You have
And he
really
goes,
pretty eyes.
"You don't have anything to worry about. I don't believe
Oh,
your
good.
dagger is one of the things."
Phew, I was worried for a moment. I bet
And
it's
then
Adnan's Revenant Blade.
and then he walks over to, well, since you said Adnan, he walks over to Adnan, captures your eyes, says the same. You guys can tell it's the same thing, the same verbiage. No reaction from Adnan. He goes down the line. He goes to Tegan. Again, some sort of weird compulsion whenever he starts to speak. The eyes lock, and there's a moment, and then there's nothing. And he goes, "Well, I mean, we have to check the magnet for these things, right?" Walks over to Portia. Says the same things. Nothing happens. And he goes, "Well, I mean, oh, Gerhard."
I am fine.
It's worth a
I-
check, Gerhardt. You're the only one that it could be. Maybe
I have not picked up any devices or any blades or anything. It is
That's
Yeah,
fine.
you
but
know.
you have that weird thing that from God blood that we still haven't discussed yet.
I
What?
Yeah,
am
you never
just
talk about that bow tie thing that keeps on moving around.
Exactly.
So
I am
put
just
your butt down in the
having
chair
my
here,
coffee
hotshot.
this morning. I have already done enough today. Thank
Does
you.
he look squiggly? Does he look squirmy wormy like he's trying to hide something?
Nope, he just looks fucking tired. I just burned through every spell slot 3rd level and above.
Vice is gonna side eye him.
Time to man up there, Gerhard. Take a seat and let Leaf do his thing.
You just don't want to look him in the eye, right?
I would rather not be that close, thank you.
But didn't you want to, like... But how did I say it? Make eggs with him before Portia did?
Yes, and I believe we have concluded that will not be happening.
Okay. Just thought I'd ask. Here's some more coffee for you.
Thank you.
I just give Remy this baffled what the fuck look.
And with that, Gare's gonna get up and walk away with the coffee.
It wasn't Feist this time.
Leaf follows you, Gerhardt.
Get him. Get him.
All right. Well, in that case, seeing that I'm being followed, I'm going to turn around, sigh in a very large Teutonic way. And say, "Do your thing."
He gets closer. He starts saying these words, and again, just like everybody else that you've witnessed, it's a strange feeling of just nothing else in this room exists except his face and these eyes. They seem to light from within. And then as he says these words to you, the rest of you don't notice anything.
Ah, ha! Ah,
And Gerhardt's pregnant.
Yeah. So I'm glad we did this exercise. Now I am going to go have my coffee. Away from you all.
Jason needed to have a conversation with us, so you can't really go very far because we're not supposed to go through the doors.
And an even larger Teutonic sigh. When he is ready to talk, I will be around.
I still have questions though. One, how do you know this language? Two, if nobody else has one of these things, how does why is it able to have different emotions? Also, is it not able to have different emotions? Why would multiple things be around mean that it could talk to me? I still have many questions, Leaf. This is how I check to see if Adam is typing to someone, by asking him questions and watching for the delayed response.
Everybody knows that Adam can't do anything but more than one thing at a time.
Exactly.
Yep.
People keep whispering to me things. I gotta fucking respond back. Everybody's got questions and shit.
You're on a fact-finding mission today.
We're gonna discover all the things. We're so smart.
Leaf walks back to the group after placing a hand on Gerhardt's shoulder. And just walks back to the group. And you have questions, Vice, but our wonderful host, Jason, said he had some things as well to say. So who's first?
Let's let Jason go ahead and go first, and then we can come back to the questions.
Okay.
Oh, all right. Well, like I said, this is a bit of concerning, a bit of entertaining. I'm just gonna get into it, shall I? He, oh, that's right. I disabled that module, so I gotta do this the hard way. There we go. And from under his arm, he pulls out the the Waterdeep Wazoo, which is Waterdeep's newspaper, canon newspaper, BT Dubs. Wazoo, WAZOO. Yeah. He pulls out the Waterdeep Wazoo, and he just opens it up. He's at the first page, and he goes, "The meeting of heroes. Yesterday, the meeting of heroes gathered to discuss the future of Waterdeep. Favorite locals showed up to give their support in finding whomever is behind the barbaric act of terror against her. While a few known ones were in attendance, such as the Harpers and the Greyhands, a few unknown or not as known showed up too. Sources say the Wayward Souls were there before being subsequently kicked out for being, quote, not up to hero snuff, end quote. Sources also say that the Wayward Souls seem to have some kind of connection with a shadow organization which was also in attendance.
Sorry,
Nobles
Jason.
at the meeting state it's not surprising when Waterdeep is attacked, even the underbelly rise up to defend her. What is surprising is how well the Wayward Souls knew the Shadow Organization. It makes more than a few of us question whether they should even still own such a landmark as the Troll Skull Tavern. Is this the kind of people we want to do business with? End quote. Another noble at the meeting states, at one point the warden was going to take the tavern from them. She really should have. End quote. The opinions of the nobles notwithstanding, the meeting of heroes was interrupted by an adventuring group from the Bronze Age. The Hands of Grace barged their way into the meeting, knocking out a few attendees as they did so. A noble known for the parties had this to say. I've thrown a lot of parties and have been intoxicated more than I have been sober since I came to the drinking age. One of these Hands of Grace, a fat dwarf, reeked of booze. It was so bad that even just breathing in the passive smell intoxicated the lot of us. I should really invite him to my parties, end quote. And while the end result of such meetings is still unknown to the general public, a very reliable source at the palace had this to say. It turns out that the leader of the Wayward Souls is possessed by demons. And the only way that we can save the rest of them is to help contain that demon and or purify it with buckets of stale ale while screaming out, "Begone, demon, begone."
Oh.
While this reporter is unsure if this is true or not, that particular source has been known to give viable information most of the time. So like I said, it's something that's a bit of entertaining, but that's not it. The rest of this particular article goes more into how they apparently some of the alcohol was spilt and how that was a potential fire hazard, but that's not we're gonna there's more. We're gonna flip a page, and this is this the things they print nowadays. It's just so hard to really get good news articles. Um, this is well, is he Trouble in Paradise. Sources at Troll Skull Alley noted that the Troll Skull itself seemed to have been magically repaired, but not until it was discovered that the leader of the Hands of Grace is none other than Leaf himself, the once loved proprietor and owner of the Trollskull Manor, and for whatever reason, local sources say the demonically possessed Portia beat him so bad he ran away screaming like a little bitch. I never liked that leaf anyway.
What the fuck?
I really don't understand the cause for the alarm. How do you take something seriously called the wazoo?
This
Well,
makes our job
Feist, to
so
be
much.
honest, the newspaper has been called the Wazoo for a few hundred years and actually is known to have good articles, but I don't know if whoever was supposed to proofread these things died in a horrible fire, and so nothing was proofread, or if they just said, hey, let's ship everything out, because why not?
Because now some of this, I think Adnan and Tegan have a little answering to do for, but for the most part, what shadow organization are they talking about that we're so intimately connected with? That
Jason.
was
Oh, that would
no.
probably be us.
Oh,
Because
but
Portia, in the middle of the meeting,
Gave a
ran
hug.
over to Giselle and made a big scene. Was not professional in any way, shape, or form.
but like you were also invited to the meeting, so like how concerning of a shadow organization are you? Like I don't understand.
I mean, they're not wrong. We are a
Maybe
shadow organization.
maybe I'm just missing the point. I think I just this sounds like a crock of I've never read them before. I've never heard of them, and they printed just all sorts of nonsense. Is this something people would actually take seriously? And if so, I would hope our community, I don't give a crap about who whatever reading this wazoo thing. Our community knows who we are. Does it really matter what the general public thinks?
Community is the general public.
Not the ones we feed.
I mean, it's in the paper. A established organization that typically prints genuine articles.
This is why kobolds don't have newspapers.
Okay.
Anyway, I think that if you all go about your business, maybe cloaks up, because I mean, there's still thousands of people in the city who read this, and do you really want them throwing beer at you?
Not really. Do you have a spare cloak?
Yes.
Thank you, Jason.
So, Jason, what's the process for joining the Taylor Smiths now?
Oh, there's an aptitude exam, a written exam, and then a test of loyalty.
Okay, good to know.
And just to be all cards on the table, as they say. Failure in any of them is death, because we can't really have you be knowing about our inner works.
Valid. I'll remember that for later if things get worse.
They are definitely going to get worse, Remy. I'm not sure if you knew the group you have somehow attached yourself to, or you were forced into because they have a habit of putting slave collars on things that they think are pact mates.
I've been in Waterdeep for 3 days.
Slave collars? When have we put a slave collar on something?
Remy, could you escape if you really wanted to, or do you think they just pull you back?
Well, I did get pulled into a huddle last night.
Right,
That's
so it
rude.
was
She can leave if she
friendship.
wants to.
I don't believe that I was there doing a conversation when she left after being at your tavern, she wanted to go deliver a letter, and then she got the 34th degree burn on her face upon returning.
Because we
Facts.
were worried she got hurt.
Right, like
Remy,
I
do you
said.
want to leave? Would you like to leave?
I don't know right now. I'm very confused. Jason, can you deliver a letter to my siblings and my parents, maybe? That I'm like alive for now?
Ooh, I can certainly try.
Well,
Don't
that's
forget
probably
the
better than
stone.
the guy that I paid 150 gold to do it, because I don't think that happened.
Oh gosh.
I guarantee you it didn't happen.
You paid someone 100. Wait a minute. Where do your parents and where do they live?
The Underdark? Inside of Mount Waterdeep?
Sure, sure, sure. Still a big place. Do you have like an address?
I
And I
recount
don't
exactly the
mean to
location of where I
be
grew up.
rude, right? But like, deep gnomes in the dark really look alike.
Uh-huh. Yeah. That's part of the problem, I think.
Don't forget to send the rock with them.
Well, I wasn't sure if I should send that right away or not, because we're not gonna like go get them, and that was kind of what the
Oh
rock was
right.
gonna
Oh
be for.
right. You're
Because I
right.
think we have bigger problems here. I just figured I should
You want
write a
me to
letter
make
to let them know I'm alive, but
do you want
I
me to
don't
make you a
know.
new rock? We can make you a
Maybe
new
they
rock.
don't need to know I'm alive. It might be better not at the moment until things, settle down. They don't care anyway, my parents, that is.
Oh boy, I am. Oh, you know what? Whatever you'd like. I mean, we can definitely try. After all, we're kind of gonna be snooping around the Underdark anyway.
Thanks, Jason. I'll think about it for a bit.
And if you want, we can make you a new rock. It's okay.
Thank you for the information, Jason.
Do you have a thing about rocks, Remy? Do you collect rocks?
Vice put some magic thing on it so I can record my voice and then my siblings can listen to it, because I don't think the little ones know how to read yet because they're pretty little.
Ah, and you're welcome, Portia. Oh my
I mean,
gosh, that
yeah.
reminds me. I will be right back.
Do you need
Okay.
help?
Um, are you taking your entry exam now?
I don't think Feist and Portia will let me.
You can do
Then
whatever you like. I bet you'd
no,
make an
thank you.
excellent tailor.
Okay, so before we start our what we need to do first and get it done, because I'm trying not to hit first and ask questions later. Vice, get your questions out of the way to Leaf, and then we can. I really want to go stab something.
What are you going to go stab, Portia?
The newspaper people. It's really
That
hard
will
not.
definitely prove to them that you don't have a demon in them. In you, I mean.
If
It's
you
really
want
hard
target
not to
practice,
stab Tegan and Adnan right now, but
Don't stab them because Gerhardt's tapped for healing. So stab them tomorrow when
I,
Gerhardt can heal them, if he feels like it.
I
ooh,
could technically
Adnan,
heal them too.
Adnan,
Well, I
can you do
can too. I just
illusions?
figured that you and I just figured that neither one of us would feel like it. So also because I don't know, I have no idea what spells I've loaded today, but I'm really hoping I loaded Disguise Self because I'm a pretty distinct looking thing to be walking around.
Oh, I know
No,
how to
no,
do that spell too.
it's not you that would. It's me. Okay. We have a long list of stuff we need to go do. So, ask your questions and so we can go.
But again, go where, Portia? What are we doing? We don't have anywhere to go.
Yeah,
We can't get the tavern. We cannot get the tavern back right now.
we can't
We
get
cannot.
the tavern.
We cannot. We cannot overpower them.
Says who?
Says common sense. Says logic. Says the god. Says watching him take a punch from you of all people and act like there was nothing wrong. Also, we can't even get into the barrier. So I would love to know what you think is going to happen if we decide to go on an all-out frontal assault right now.
We die.
Also, Gerhardt's out of magic.
So we just, like I told Adnan, so we just sit here. We can't
No,
sit
we
here.
plan, Portia.
I'm
We need to
trying to
plan.
give you the opportunity to plan before I go stab people.
Adnan, do you know how to do illusions?
Who?
Adnan.
Oh,
You know, like that one that's like a minor image that can change the look of something? Because I've got an
I know
idea for
how
something for Portia to stab.
I like that. That's the problem-solving piece right there. Is Portia needs to stab something. Give her an illusion to stab.
No, I have an idea. I just need to know if Adnan has the spell.
We have.
I can cast minor illusion.
Okay. Leaf, do you mind sacrificing some of your shadow thingies for a little bit so that Portia can stab something? Because if you make them and Adnan makes them look like people Portia doesn't like, then Portia can stab them and feel better about herself and calm down.
You're muted.
He'll summon a version of himself.
You want? I can't stab Leaf.
That's why Adnan can make it look like the people you want to stab.
What do I look like?
I'll-
A 5-year-old or a Chihuahua?
Yes.
Fuck both of you.
You have a lot of anxious energy right now. It's okay to take it out on things that you can't actually hurt.
We need to check on Martum. We need to see if we can get the bodies out of the tavern. We need our tavern back. We also have the threat on Leaf's life. We need to go down to below for the city. What are we attacking first? So Vice had questions for Leaf. So ask your questions for Leaf. Let's do some planning. Let Gear rest up. And let me go smash some shit. I will need a cloak because, Adnan and Tegan decided to spread a rumor to throw fucking beer on me to calm me down.
Martin actually would be a good first priority.
And I just start
Is
pacing
there?
at this point because I'm just done. Fuck all of this. I'm trying really hard not to just leave. I'm so mad.
No.
No.
That's correct. No.
Mm.
I'll try water. I'll take my cup of water and throw it on Portia and see if it calms her down.
Oh my God. You're not going to need the double. She's going to just stab Adnan.
I mean, that's okay too. I mean, he's asking for it at this point.
I think I have cure wounds loaded. This bubble thing is quite difficult to work with.
Portia, Adnan has just chucked some water at you.
Oh, I do have cure wounds. Okay.
What do
You need to cool those jets. Calm down, woman.
High or low, Adnan?
Always high.
High? High, I walk away from you. Low, I hit you.
Oh, boy.
I don't hit you hard, but you do get smacked.
He's got a 7 strength. You send him flying across the room. What are you talking about?
I called it out.
Do I have the opportunity? Do I have time to react or do anything?
I mean, do you have a reaction ability that you would like to use? You know what? Hang on, Portia, you need to come over here. You got to target him. You got to punch him in the fucking face. There you go. I don't know why it says disadvantage. It's odd. I don't understand that, but okay, whatever. First dice roll still doesn't hit. Adnan, no need. That after your training this morning, you are loose and limber. Her swing goes wild and misses. You were ready for it. You knew what you were doing.
Is Portia winding up for another one?
I go back to pacing.
All right. I shouldn't do this to an ally,
If-
but what the hell?
If you use that calm emotions bullshit on me, I won't miss the next fucking time. You fucking asshole.
Wait, does it catch a
What?
space?
It hits all
Yep.
Oh, it's a 20-foot radius.
Charisma saving
Look
throw.
at that!
Okay.
Look at the hearts! Wow, these area effects are rough on mobile. Oh my goodness. Hold on. There we go.
Oh, I am extra grumpy now.
I actually have advantage on this one because the magic thingy, but whatever. That's fine.
Charisma saving throw. Charisma saving throw.
Oh. Well.
Like a TV and evangelist, I am just going to get up and give the most proper of speeches about how we need to come together as a group and calm down.
I am absolutely going to cut you off in the middle of that. Stop with the bullshit, please. It is too early for this, and I am out of magic.
Now, Gerhardt.
You know, he does have some real good points, though, to what he is saying, right? We really should just work together and not keep flying off the handle. But to be fair, Adnan, you fucking asked for it. You straight up threw water at her as though that was really going to calm her down. Why would you do so? If you want us to work together and come together, it should first come from you.
Yeah,
And throwing
hold on.
water at people is not exactly how you do so. So while I agree with your words, I kind of agree with Gerhardt that your actions thus far don't back them.
Yeah, drop the spell or I'm going to punch you.
I don't think I. Oh, wait. It only lasts for a minute. Calm down, Gerhardt.
And with that, how do I do an unarmed strike?
You're gonna have to walk over to him, target him, and punch him.
Okay,
Why do I have
okay.
the Robin Hood Men in Tights thing of like just goes over with boom?
I'm running away from Gerhardt.
Boom.
That's so funny.
There's no running. There's no running from Gerhardt and his
The righteous hand
his
of Akadi is
righteous
coming
right
for your ass.
hand of fuck your calm emotions. It's too early for this shit. But you take a solid 3 points of damage. Nice, solid 3 points.
Oh
So
god.
do I have to do
Wait.
Drop your concentration.
Oh, it's coming.
You succeed, so you keep maintaining concentration, calm emotions. It is at this time though that Leaf stands up and summons all of himself to get between Gerhardt and Adnan, and he goes, "Really? 2 days ago, the city exploded and burned. Yesterday, you lost the tavern, and today you're already punching each other. I'm legitimately disappointed."
It's a very interesting group.
Do you actually say that, Gerhardt? Do you really go, eh?
I don't mean it like a more like a disgruntled like eh. Like, yes, you have a point.
Grunt.
I really don't want to acknowledge this right now, but yes, you have a point.
Okay.
Vice is
Adnan
just because the calm
dropped
motion's
the
just
spell.
rocking back on her tail, drinking her coffee. It's nice.
So, should our first task be to get this horrible trip to Skullport out of the way? Or do we address the issue with Leaf and Leonidas wanting to kill him first? What
How
say the
about we
group?
ask Leaf what Leaf would like to do about that second situation, since it kind of involves him? Eats a croissant.
Leaf, what's your input?
Well, you all made an agreement and got cursed for it. And while being in here, probably blocked any sort of notification about the curse as soon as Adnan left. Before being cured, it was probably a beacon of, oh yes, they're still around. They're still cursed. But now that it's gone, I bet that will be something noticed eventually, if it hasn't been noticed already. So you've already made potentially here an enemy of him, especially if you don't deliver with my location.
I think we made an enemy the moment that we figured out he thought you were evil. I don't think we had a choice there.
Well,
Remy might still be able to get away, Leaf, but you're stuck.
Are you
You
talking
know your
about?
brother. You know his strengths. Are we Would we be able to overpower him?
not as you are, and
Honestly,
not without help. Not without. And he will look over to Feist, embracing some things you may not want to embrace.
I'm assuming that's part of the questions that I still need to ask you.
As there's like this little pause, a door opens and Jason's coming back in, and he's
Hearing,
go ahead, Gerhard.
oh, I was gonna say, hearing what Leaf had said, I'm actually going to adjust my armor a little bit right there.
Sure, sure.
Mm.
Uh, go
Feist
ahead and
has
give me a
their eye
sleight of
on.
hand check, Gerhard.
Light of hand.
Just kidding. Feist doesn't
I'm just gonna say that probably Adnan. I'm not even, without seeing the roll. Oh gosh.
Mm.
Everybody notes that. Everybody notes him readjusting his collar a little bit there. As Jason comes in, he's got a hand trolley. He's pulling behind him. It's got a few boxes on it, and he goes, sorry, were you guys talking about something important? There seems to be an odd air in the air.
They're
Uh,
weird.
you know what? Maybe this will help. I have gifts from Jasmine and for some of you from the Tailored Smiths to help in whatever it is you decide to do.
Wow.
What do we owe you for that? Help isn't
Oh,
normally
just
freely
your
given.
souls and indentured servitude from here on after, and unwavering friendship, loyalty, and love.
Other words don't go like 6 months without coming in saying hi and I love you.
Hey!
I think somebody already did
Bingo!
that.
You know what? And now they're paying for it again. Anyway, there are some custom dresses and a couple of cloaks and some things for you all.
Thank you.
And
Ooh,
that's
did
where we
you
end
see the
tonight's
dresses?
episode of Waterdeep Adventures.
Earhart,
No, I'm just there if I can get.
I'm coming for you in your little fucking yellow.